Kotowski, and I would like to comment on the 2015 Groton Town budget. The 2015 budget process has come to an end, and the Town Council, Board of Education, and RTM have increased spending $2.8 million. The disappointing reality again this year is the taxpayers lost out to the Groton culture of tax and spend. Perhaps in the future, Groton voters will demand the opportunity to have a say as to how their tax dollars are spent. But for now, business as usual reigns in Groton. In fact, this year there was an unexpected windfall, and instead of reducing spending and taxes, spending is increasing at a time when scaling back operations and finding cost efficiencies should be the #1 priority. In Groton, the taxpayers have no say regarding how their tax dollars are spent, while the Board of Education, Town Council, and RTM increase spending every year. The solution is a budget referendum. Preston has the right idea with 3 separate votes, one for the Board of Education, a second for town operations, and a third for capital improvement projects. That way, there is no uncertainty as to what the voters want. The hypocrisy both political parties display in resisting any effort to move toward a budget referendum is staggering. On the one hand, they fiercely fight against a budget referendum, and in the next breath, they insist that they must let the voters decide on spending for specific projects by way of referendums. The entrenched Groton Democratic and Republican power structure will seemingly never be challenged, as both parties appear to work for the same town manager. Neither seems interested in giving residents the chance to approve or reject the budget at referendum. These spendaholics don't want anyone challenging the status quo. Groton's budget process is dysfunctional, and a charter revision is in order, but we all know that the status quo power structure will never allow anyone with alternative views on a charter revision commission. There are many areas of the 2015 budget that the Town of Groton and Board of Education are not being fiscally appropriate with the taxpayers' money. The 2015 budget with increased spending of $2.8 million masks reality and reveals a complete disconnect to the Groton taxpayers and businesses who are struggling in this economy. For those elected officials who last November campaigned on controlling spending, you failed. In Groton, we need to have the education for our children and the town operations we can afford. This budget is not affordable or sustainable. Unfortunately, for now, increased spending, as usual, reigns in Groton. Thank you, and for those of you who are new to GATE, GATE is Groton Advocates for Tax Efficiency. GATE is a bipartisan political action committee. Our overall mission is to advocate for the alternative perspective to tax and spend and for transparency in Groton town government. We believe that GATE reflects the values and principles of the residents of Groton as we support the education for our children and the town operations that we can afford, as well as a Board of Education and town government that is transparent in all actions. Thank you for tuning into GATE Comments.